The American people don't trust the FBI, and that's why President Trump is giving his nomination to Kash Patel to direct the agency. Your take on all of this? I know you're a big supporter of it.
Kash Patel is the perfect pick by President Trump to go bring serious reforms to the FBI. Kash Patel is highly qualified. He's a very skilled intel operator. He was a public defender, a national security prosecutor. He even got awards from the Obama Justice Department for this, so they can't say he's terrible now. He was on the House Intel Committee and is a very senior role for Devin Nunes and helped uncover Crossfire Hurricane, the biggest scandal in American history. Kash went to serve on the White House National Security Council staff, the Office of the Director of National Intelligence. He was a very senior official there. He was the chief of staff at the Pentagon. So Kash Patel is clearly qualified to serve as the FBI director. President Trump ran on the fact that the intel agencies and law enforcement have been politicized and weaponized, and Trump's going to bring much needed reforms, and Kash Patel is the perfect guy to do that.
I like this. I like this. And you've actually set up a website for folks at home to tell their senators that Kash Patel is the only person they want for this job. We're going to leave the link in the description of this video, but for those of you listening audio, it's ap3action.com. That's where you're going to head to sign this. Because listen, I've spoken to everyone. I mean, I literally got a call from someone very close to the president who was thrilled when he finally announced that Kash Patel was going to be the FBI director, mainly saying, number one, Kash is somebody who is going to make all the corrections that need to be made. And number two, he's loyal to the cause. He understands what's gone on over these last few years, and he's the one to make those corrections. Now, speaking of that, too, Mike, we had FBI whistleblower Garrett O'Boyle on the show yesterday, and we broke the exclusive story regarding Garrett. Garrett's somebody who has been put on unpaid suspension for the last 23 months by the agency. So he's still employed. They're just not paying him. Now, the FBI used the excuse that he was leaking to Project Veritas, but they knew he wasn't leaking to Project Veritas when he came forward as a whistleblower, that instead Garrett was trying his best to talk to members of Congress about what he saw that he thought needed their attention. So as a result to all of that, they've gone after him. They targeted him. He, who has a young family, has been put on this unpaid suspension. But not only that, they also, after he testified in front of Congress, harassed him, Mike, by issuing subpoenas to both Apple and Twitter and asking for his personal communications, which is horrific in itself, and a lot of the other information, financial information and such. This is one of the many issues that Kash is going to have to correct when he gets into the agency. How do you fix this? How do you make things right when it's not just Garrett O'Boyle? There's at least a half a dozen FBI whistleblowers who have come forward and had their lives completely destroyed by this agency.
Yeah, the FBI has been politicized and weaponized starting under Obama and on steroids under Biden. It is rotten to its core, and it's not just the leadership, because where the hell are the other whistleblowers coming forward, and why are they being punished like this, right? And so Kash Patel needs to go in there as the FBI director and make the top levels of the FBI, the deputy director, the assistant directors, he should fire them. He should make them reapply for their jobs. That includes the assistant directors, included the in charge of the key field offices like the Washington field office. They need to shut down the January 6th units and prosecutions immediately. They need to stop persecuting Christians under the FACE Act who are praying at abortion clinics while they give amnesty to Planned Parenthood terrorists who are terrorizing crisis pregnancy centers in Catholic churches. They need to stop going after parents outraged by gender chaos in schools and the resulting rapes in the high school bathrooms. Kash Patel is the perfect pick, and that's why your viewers and listeners should go to a3paction.com and tell both your home state senators to support Kash Patel for FBI director.
Yeah, and we have to. We have to make it known that it's Kash and only Kash who we want to run the agency. So that's really important for everyone to get involved and do just that. I wanted to talk about pardons because we saw yesterday that Hunter Biden was granted a pardon by his daddy, Joe Biden. And it's probably one of the most outrageous pardons we've seen because it expands over, what is it, like a decade of crimes that he potentially could have committed. His dad just gave him those pardons for. And it's so bad that the folks over at CNN are pretending like everything's okay, that Joe Biden didn't lie to the American people. I mean, it got really, really bad. And I know you posted this on X, so I wanted to share this clip with our audience. Take a listen.
But wasn't, to Scott's point, I mean, wasn't it a lie? I mean, you can defend it, but wasn't it a lie that he was not going to pardon him?
No, I believe the circumstances have changed. I think that we now have a president coming into office who's talking about firing squads, who's talking about running people around the country and making sure that everyone who's his enemy is going to be punished. And Hunter Biden lied about his drug use on a government forum when he was buying a gun. And he failed to file and pay taxes when he was a drug addict. He paid back those taxes with interest. Donald Trump himself was indicted for 17 counts of criminal tax fraud, more than Hunter, and he's going to be the president of the United
11
States.
years.
So
You're missing a few things here. 11 years, full and unconditional pardon.
It's so outrageous, Mike. It's hard to even take these people seriously, especially when she's referring to firing squads. I've never heard of President Trump saying he's going to use or even mention a firing squad. What the heck are these people talking about?
Yeah, I think that Joe Biden, with this pardon of his corrupt son, Hunter Biden, just knocks the Democrats off their high horse forever on the nobody's above the law. We're the rule of law party. Trump's the criminal. It's just utter nonsense. This just proves that what Biden was doing was lawfare and election interference the entire time. It was about going after Trump and protecting his son Hunter and his family. And look, $23 million have gone from foreign entities to the Bidens. It seems like every Biden family member, what the hell were they buying from the Bidens? It's certainly not their intelligence. It's not like the Trumps who sell real estate. What the hell do the Bidens sell? And everyone knows what that is.
Yeah, and I like how those on CNN and MSNBC are floating the idea of Joe Biden pardoning himself. He has presidential immunity. We've seen that play out right now but in the courts. So what they're suggesting is that he committed crimes prior to becoming president of the United States. And I think that really shows that they don't believe half the nonsense that they pretend to talk about on these cable news networks. So it's not really surprising. Mike Davis, thank you as always. We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you.
You know, this show isn't brought to you by Pfizer or any, sketchy corporation or foreign countries. We are specifically brought to you by you, the audience. And to stay up and running, we need your help. If you'd like to head over to supportbree.com, we've set a monthly goal. I'm looking to get 1,000 of you at home right now to donate $5 a month. That will help us out significantly. So if you head over to supportbree.com, help us reach our goal. Again, we're looking for 1,000 of our audience members to head over to supportbree.com, donate $5 per month. You could write that in the box right here. That's going to go to help us expand and help us upgrade this show, even create a website. That's our next goal as well. So head on over to supportbree.com. We're looking to build a community and we need all hands on deck.